inverse trigonometrical function. Inverse trigonometric function is from class 12, and now in previous video I explained about some properties they are related with the inverse trigonometry, in which we show out the formula related to the inverse trigonometry, in which we define like quadrant formula and so many properties proved in the previous video. But now one more property they are related with the formula, like inverse trigonometrical formulas, that is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy, and similarly tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus xy. Okay, this is the general formula, because if we don't write down the basic condition, if xy like x and y, the condition is not approved here, we write because xy is important here, because you have 1, if xy the multiplication is 1, then this function is not defined. So you may be derivate many type of cases like xy equal to 0, xy less than 1, xy greater than 1. So there are 3 cases may be applied here, but in this formula only we have to show out this equal to this one and this equal to this one. After this, here we start the cases like y, we write down tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy, because the condition of x and y they are given with the different conditions. So in the first here we prove this formula, and then after we start the condition, how many cases formed by this formula. So first here we initially prove out tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of this value, and similarly this. Okay, so same concept for the sin inverse x plus sin inverse y equal to sin inverse this formula, and similarly sin inverse x minus sin inverse y equal to this much, and then so on according to the same property cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equal to cos inverse xy minus under root 1 minus x square 1 minus y square, and then same formula for this. Okay, before of this, first I want to explain you, because basically this all formula they are related with the 11th class. I think trigonometric ratios and trigonometric sum and angle formulas are there to study about the like this formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is related with the tan of a plus b. So basically first you revise your concept first, because any topic, any chapter you start before of this, first you throw out the prerequisite knowledge before of this. So first in which we use the concept of like tan of a plus b, tan of a minus b, sin of a plus b, sin of a minus b, cos of a plus b, cos of a minus b. So basically first we like explain about the formula for tan of a plus b. Tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b, and similarly tan a minus b equal to tan a minus tan b upon 1 plus tan a tan b. So similarly these all formula they are related with the same. So now first this formula here we have proved, like first formula is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Okay, so now we have first assume like tan inverse x equal to a and tan inverse y equal to b. Okay, so x equal to tan a, y equal to tan b, and now here plus sign is given between them, so use the concept of tan of a plus b, because tan formula is completely in form of the tan, so therefore there is not requirement like you draw the triangle and then find the other trigonometrical ratios, because in tan formula all terms they are given in form of the tan, but only angle is different like a and b, because here we discuss about the two angles, so a and b here we consider. And now using the concept, because since we know that, so first you apply this formula tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. Okay, and then we substitute the value of like tan a. Tan a is what? X, and tan b is y. So in place of tan a you put x, in place of tan b you put y, and upon 1 minus x into y. Okay, so you have tan of a plus b like this same, and then you find a plus b. This tan tends to here, so now this is the inverse x plus y upon 1 minus x. Okay, so what is the value of a? We know that tan inverse x, so you write down here in place of a tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, which is equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Okay, so basically this formula is little bit the same, because one formula for the plus and another formula for the minus, but concept is same. So therefore we here write down only the one formula, and then you learn about the same thing here. Tan of a plus b, use this formula, then you using the formula for tan a minus b, then it is also true of tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to this much. Okay, so that because this formula is very easy, only you write down the trigonometrical values, you write down the previous knowledge, like in 11th class we know that tan of a plus b, tan of a minus b. Therefore you use that formula and then you find the value of the given identities. Okay, then now we have another property with respect to sine. Sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equal to sine inverse of x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. Okay, so now we do the same procedure apply here, like tan inverse A and tan inverse B. Similarly, so formula 3 here we first prove. So first you assume, like write down let sine inverse x equal to A and sine inverse y equal to B. Therefore x equal to sine A and y equal to sine B. Okay, but in this formula we know that we use the same concept of sine of a plus b. Sine of a plus b, it means sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Now in formula for the tan we have both the value in form of the tan, but formula for the sine we have one trigonometrical ratio with respect to sine, another way cos, because sine of a plus b is multiple of two trigonometrical ratios, sine and cos. So sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So only here you have the value of sine a, but not you find here cos a. So first you draw this formula for the using the Pythagoras theorem and find the cos a, and similarly you have sine b here, but cos b is not here. So using the same concept of Pythagoras theorem and find the value of cos b. Okay, so for finding the value you put 1, because now here we draw the triangle, because here we use the concept of Pythagoras theorem. So this is the angle with a here, and now you write down x and 1. So this value using Pythagoras theorem you have 1 minus x square, and similarly you draw the angle for b, and then we have here b. Okay, so y by 1, so y by 1 here you write down, and here 1 minus y square. Okay, so sine a is here, so you write down formula for the cos a. Cos a is b by h. So from we have the value is 1 minus x square. Similarly, cos b, again b by h, but for this formula you have under root 1 minus y square. Okay, so using the same concept you draw the triangle, because now here we have the like variable term x and y, arbitrary value here we have, and this is the formula. So we use the concept of algorithm, but in form concept here we have for the numeric value, then it is easy going, because now here suppose you have the triplet like 3, 4, 5, and then we have here 3 and 5, then also we know this remaining value in form of 4, and then find the value of this cos with respect to some numeric value, and you got the result very in easy form. So but the process is same if you have the trigonometrical identity with some numeric form, but you use the concept. First you assume both the value in a and b, and then you using this concept you sine, so you find out cos. Here cos is given, then you find out sine, because basically formula used depend on here. This is sine inverse of whole value. So doesn't matter here what value is given. Only this value is important. This formula is important because you have this angle a and this whole part is b, and now both are rated with respect to sine. So use the concept of sine of a plus b. Now here we know that sine of a plus b is sine a into cos b plus cos a into sine b. Okay, but now we know all the value here. By sine a we know that here x, and sine b we know that y here, and now similarly here we find cos a and cos b. So put the value of sine a, that is x, and now cos b we know that here under root of 1 minus y square. Similarly cos a, that is also known under root of 1 minus x square, and similarly sine b, that is y. Okay, so now we conclude here this sine of a plus b. So basically you write down a plus b here, and then this sign change here right hand side, then you write down sine inverse of whole value. So x under root 1 minus y square and plus y under root of 1 minus x square. Okay, and a also we know here because basically here we consider like sine inverse. So sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equal to sine inverse of x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. Okay, so positive formula here we have like sine of a plus b, because we conclude here now, because the second formula, fourth formula is sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. Use the same concept. Use here sine of a plus b, then we got the value of sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. And similarly in the same way you find for sine inverse x and minus sine inverse y. So basically you use the same formula here, use the concept of sine of a minus b, and same draw the triangle and same value you find out other trigonometrical ratio and put in the formula, you got the result. So basically this formula, this concept is very easy, and now you learn this formula and then put this value, that is lengthy going, maybe some different cases are there, because sometimes here sine inverse x and here plus cos inverse y something is given, then that formula for the sine inverse. So by this method you got very easy format, because you know, everybody know, because here we study about the trigonometry. So basically we know about the Pythagoras theorem. So this concept, this algorithm is very easy. Any identity you have to prove by this condition, by this algorithm. So you use this algorithm, then your process, your like identity proof is very easy. Okay, now we have the last property that is given in form of the cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equal to cos inverse of x y minus under root 1 minus x square under root 1 minus y square. Similarly, minus formula you have, and then you put the same thing. Okay, but again you use the same concept, same assuming. Again you let suppose cos inverse x equal to a and cos inverse y equal to b, because basically again we use the same formula here also. X equal to cos a, y equal to cos b, and then you put x upon 1, y upon 1. Now you draw the same triangle here, because you find out the other trigonometrical ratio. Now a is here, then you put here x, and then this value is 1. So now you find out perpendicular, that is hypotenuse square minus base square, so 1 minus x square. Similarly again you draw the triangle by this, because one value is you have here b, so you write down b here and then value y and 1 here, so perpendicular is 1 minus y square. And now basically we know here like cos a equal to x. So what is the value of sine a? We know that sine a is p by h, and p by h, so you have under root of 1 minus x square. Similarly you find out like here same sine b formula is again same, p by h under root 1 minus y square, because 1, then denominator having 1 if not given. So you can find here with the help of cos a, you find out here sine a, and the same for the sine b. Okay, now after like cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, that is equal to cos inverse, because this value is important. I also like same in question this also we have to like explain about the concept of this, which value is given on the right hand side. So right hand side is cos inverse, so cos inverse is x. Now and this value we use this value, but here plus sign is given, so use the concept of plus. So basically here we write down the formula cos of a plus b, because both values down they are added here. So use the concept of a plus b. So you write down formula for cos a plus b, that is cos a cos b and minus sin a sin b. Okay, so formula is very easy. And now we put the value of cos a. Cos a is x, cos b is y. So you write down xy and minus sin a. Yes, we know that now. 1 minus x square, and sin b also we know from here. So 1 minus y square, and then a plus b equal to, this cos stands on the right hand side, so it is now inverse, and then xy minus under root of 1 minus x square under root of 1 minus y square. Okay, so a, that is also known from the previously here we are assuming. So you write down in place of a, you write down cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, which is equal to cos inverse of xy minus under root of 1 minus x square under root of 1 minus y square, and then we have proved this formula. Okay, so all sixth formula we have to show that here with the help of trigonometrical identities, with the help of trigonometrical sum and angle formula. And previously we know that because here we use the concept for 10th class and 11th class, because basically here we have the Pythagoras theorem conditions, like because we draw the right angle triangle and then another side we find, so that concept for the 10th class. And now here we use the concept of sum of angle and difference, so that concept we use from the 11th class. And then we have proved like this all properties and their algorithm also here we show out, and you have to prove any type of identity with the different numerical form. And now here just we illustrate some examples, and now then we use the without this formula how we can prove the given identities. Okay, then we have here particular one formula, we add on here conditions. Some cases they are related with the 10 because the same case you add on for all the trigonometrical identities, but one formula here related with the different cases. Now here write down tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, which is related with the three conditions. Now here tan inverse like x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So x greater than 0, y greater than 0, but xy is less than 1. So therefore we use this formula. If the case is pi plus tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy, and minus pi plus tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy, because both conditions they are related with the your product of x into y is greater than 1. Now they have different conditions, x greater than 0, y greater than 0, but their product also greater than 1. So use the condition of this formula, and now last one is x less than 0, y less than 0, but xy is greater than 1. Okay, so this is these all cases they are depend on the three cases here. Like first case here we study when x greater than 0, y greater than 0, then xy less than 1. Okay, so now here we put like x plus y, and now this xy is less than 1, it means this value is positive, so overall is positive. We write down here greater than 0. So this formula is greater than 0, it means tan of a plus b is greater than 0. And now a plus b is tan of a plus b greater than 0, it means this tan is lying between first quadrant and the third quadrant. Only we write down the quadrant formula because basically they are depend only the basic concept. If you write down the numeric, then you write down the principal value, that is depend on the quadrant formula. So basically here only explaining why the which quadrant they are lying or not lying. So here we write down first and third quadrant lying, therefore this angle is positive, and directly we write down the formula. Okay, case second, when x greater than 0, y greater than 0, but their product is greater than 1. So now we have here like x plus y, but now xy is greater than 1, it means you have the negative value. So overall you got the negative answer here. And then tan of a plus b you have less than 0, and a plus b lies in the second and the fourth quadrant. Okay, so now we have the concept is same situation here we found. Okay, then second and third have the negative quadrant, so we use the concept of the negative quadrant. The similar same case here we study like x less than 0, y less than 0, then xy greater than 1. Similarly, write down the same process, and then with the help of example here we show out which condition we follow by which formula. Here we write down tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3, which is equal to 3 pi by 4. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy, because first initially we write down the basic formula, and then after solving we put the condition, which condition they are lying, case 1, case 2 or case 3. Okay, so put the value here like x and y. So x and y here 2 and 3, so we put 2 plus 3 upon 1 minus 2 into 3. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5 and 1 minus 6 here, so we minus 5, 5 cancel out, we have minus 1. And tan inverse of minus 1, now we write down the condition x greater than 0 because 2, so 2 is greater than 0, 3 is greater than 0, their product is also greater than 1. Okay, so you also write down here greater than 1, greater than 0, okay. And then your this result is less than, so overall result is less than 0. And now tan of a plus b is less than 0, so a plus b lies in second or third, fourth quadrant. So your a plus b, it means that sum of angle is lying between this plane. So now that we have the conditions like basically first condition we have here, this condition we belong to. So pi plus tan inverse of this formula. So use the concept of pi plus tan inverse of minus 1, and tan inverse of minus 1 we know that because basically we write down in the identity tan inverse of minus theta, which is minus of tan inverse theta. Okay, so you write down minus tan inverse theta, so the minus sign here, so pi minus tan inverse 1. And now 1 for the principal value is pi by 4, so you write down pi minus pi by 4. And then after LCM you have 4 pi minus pi upon 4, so you got 3 pi by 4, which is required answer. So using the concept of by the formula, you write down which cases they are belong to and which quadrant basically they are lying. So especially taking that type of questions and then you write down the formula. Okay, so some different example with the like related with the tan, sine and cos. Now we have as an example and prove the identities. Okay, then we have two examples like the related with the first trigonometrical identities of tan because they are related with the tan. Tan inverse of 1 by 7 plus tan inverse of 1 by 13 which is equal to tan inverse 2 by 9. So first here we add on question tan inverse of 1 by 7 plus tan inverse of 1 by 13 which is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 9. Okay. First basically you don't know the formula of tan inverse of A plus tan inverse of B, then you start like first you assume tan inverse 1 by 7 plus tan inverse A equal to this is A and tan inverse 1 by 13 is B. Okay, then 1 by 7 equal to tan A and 1 by 13 equal to tan B. Okay, and then we know the formula for tan of A plus B because final your resultant value in the right hand side also you require 10. So you use the concept of tan of A plus B. Okay, tan of A plus B which is equal to tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A and tan B. Okay, then what is the value of tan A? That is 1 by 7. What is the value of tan B? 1 by 30. And then here you add on 1 minus 1 by 7 into 1 by 13. Okay, and then you have the LCM 7 and 13. LCM is 91. So 13 ones are 13. And now here plus 7. Similarly, same write down here 91. So 91 minus 1. 91 cancel out. 20 by 90. So 2 cancel out. You have 2 by 9 only. But here tan of A plus B. So A plus B write down again here 10. And then A plus B, which is tan inverse of 2 by 9. Because we know that tan inverse, you write down here 1 by 7. And tan inverse 1 by 13 which is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 9. Okay, so in this identity we have the formula, basically formula from the 11th class. You write down the trigonometrical identities and then solve in this way. Otherwise, because 10th formula is not lengthy going because it is very easy, because the 10th formula is always in form of the 10, so it may be used directly because you are not required the right angle triangle diagram here and not you find out the different trigonometrical ratio. So if you have the 10 like concept, then use the direct concept. Like in second question here, use the direct formula. We have three values in the left hand side, so you write on the left hand side first tan inverse 1 by 2, tan inverse 1 by 5 plus tan inverse 1 by 8. Okay, so basically here we use the formula tan of A plus B. So first you write down the basic formula. We know that tan inverse x plus tan inverse of y, which is equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Because basically here you have the plus sign, then always you put plus in numerator and minus in denominator. And you have minus sign here, then minus in numerator and plus in the denominator. So now use this formula and directly we got the identity because you have three terms. Now this term is left here, so 1 by 2. 1 by 5 upon 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 5 and then plus this value put as it is tan inverse of 1 by 8. Okay, and then simplify here. Tan inverse of your LCM is 10. So now you write down 5 plus 2. Similarly your LCM is 10, then you write down 10 minus 1 and then plus tan inverse of 1 by 8 you put as it is. So 10 cancel out. Now you have tan inverse of 7 by 9 and plus tan inverse of 1 by 8. Again you have two values. Again use the same concept. Tan inverse of A plus B, it means 7 by 9 plus 1 by 8 upon 1 minus 8. It means 7 by 9 and 1 by 8. Okay, again you taking the LCM. Tan inverse you put as it is. Okay, so 9 8s are 72, so you add on the LCM 72, and then 8 7s are 56, and plus 9 1s are 9. Similarly, you write down 72 as it is, and then 72 minus 7. Okay, again we have the same denominator, that is cancel out. 56 plus 9, that is 65. Okay, and now here the same value 72 minus 7, that is again you have 65. 65 is cancelled out, you have tan inverse 1, and 1 is the principal value in trigonometrical ratio, so 1 that is for pi by 4. So that is the value for right hand side, because we require pi by 4 and right hand side. So in all trigonometrical identities, they are given in form of the 10, they are very easy. You use the direct formula and put the value and then you got the result. That is very easy. Only you substitute and simplify your numeric value, you got the result. Okay, then we have the different examples like different trigonometrical identities. Prove that sin inverse 3 by 5 plus sin inverse 8 by 17, which is equal to sin inverse here 77 upon 85. Similarly, same example now we have sin inverse of 3 by 5 minus sin inverse of 8 by 17. But required result in form of the cos inverse of 84 by 85, and minus sign also given. So first here we write down like prove this identity. So first start question 3, and basically we write down the left hand side, which is sin inverse of 3 by 5 and sin inverse of 8 by 17. Okay, so resultant value like this. So first you are assuming here sin inverse 3 by 5, which is A, and sin inverse 8 by 17, which is B. Okay, so you draw the triangle. Okay, so first point 3 by 5 equal to sin A, and 8 by 17, which is sin B. Okay, then you draw the triangle, because basically you have the identity for the sin and cos. That is required if you have use the identity of sin of A plus B, then required for sin and cos both. So first you draw the triangle, and now you have the angle A, so you write down here A, then 3 by 5, it means 3 here and 5 here. So you know that the Pythagorean triplet like 3, 5, so this value is 5 because 25 minus 9, 16, and 16 square root is 4. Okay, so you write down the value for cos, and that is cos A, you have 4 by 5. Okay, similarly, now again you draw the triangle, but this triangle you write down for the angle B, and now you have the value 8 and 17. Now 17 square is 289, and now 64. So 289 minus 64 is 225, and 225 square root is 15. So you write down 15 here. And similarly, same you find for the cos. You have the value of cos B, that is 15 by 17. Okay, now first here you clear out which formula, which trigonometrical identity is given on the right hand side, which is sin inverse. It means first you use the formula for sin, and now this two term decide which formula in condition A plus B or A minus B. So both the terms are here added, plus sign is here, so use the concept of formula for sin of A plus B. Okay, so use here sin of A plus B, and then in sin of A plus B we write down here sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Okay, then you put the value of sin A. Sin A is 3 by 5. Cos B, we know that 15 by 17. Plus sign, so you put plus cos A, which is 4 by 5. And sin B, we know that here 8 by 17. Okay, so first you multiply 3 15s are 45, and now 17 5s are 85, 4 8s are 32 upon 85. Okay, after LCM again you have 85 as a LCM, and then 45 plus 32. So 45 plus 32 is 77 upon 85. So it is sin of A plus B, which is you have that A plus B is sin inverse of 77 upon 85. Okay, this is the value of right hand side. One thing you remember, suppose here tan inverse is given, then use the formula of tan of a plus b, because right hand side is very important. Here tan inverse is given, sin inverse is given, sec inverse is given, depend on the right hand side which formula you want to use here. And now these two quantities here, use the only the concept of sign. If both the quantities they are added, when they are given in form of the plus, so use the formula of a plus b. If minus sign is given, then you use the formula of a minus b. Okay, now we are here question number 4. Okay, in question 4 we have left hand side like sin inverse 3 by 5 and minus sin inverse of 8 by 17. Okay, so again you assume the same concept, sin inverse of 3 by 5 which is equal to A, and sin inverse 8 by 17 which is B. 3 by 5 you write down for sin A, and 8 by 17 which is sin B. Okay, so I think you have the same formula, so there is not required you draw the triangle, but basically one thing is different here. On the right hand side you have here cos inverse, so now you don't use the formula of sin here, because now your right hand side value is cos, so you write down the formula for the cos, and now you decide which formula you use, plus or minus. So these two terms are decided because they are given in the minus sign, so use the concept of a minus b, and cos of a minus b, we know that cos a cos b plus sin a sin b, and now put the value of cos a. Cos a is here 4 by 5, so you write down here 4 by 5 into cos b is 15 by 17, so you write down 15 by 17, and then sin a. Sin a is 3 by 5 and sin b is 8 by 17. Okay, so 15 4s are 60. You write down 60 upon 85 plus 8 3s are 24. 24 upon 85. Okay, you taking the LCM. Your LCM is 85. You have 60 plus 24. So 60 plus 24 is 84 by 85. Okay, so you use the formula like here cos of a plus b, which is a plus b equal to cos inverse of 84 upon 85. Therefore, we use the formula of cos, because this cos tends to on the right hand side. If here tan inverse is given, then here we use the formula of tan of a minus b. Okay, depend on the right hand side. If sin inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, which value is given, you use that formula only, and you got the identity, prove the identity, because all concepts are very easy, because you use the concept of previous class formula. Like in 11th class, you know that sin of a plus b, sin of a minus b, cos of a plus b, cos of a minus b, tan of a plus b, tan of a minus b. This all formula you know very well, because you do the practice in 11th class. So basically all inverse trigonometrical formula you convert into the 11th class basic. You use the concept of basically from 11, and then application may be converted into the form of inverse trigonometry only, and then all formulas are very easy going, because here we draw like one more identities and then prove all the questions. So all the questions are very easy, because we use the concept of triangle and then put in the given formula, and then we got the results. So one concept is over from the inverse trigonometry, because you have to show that prove the identities like this type of identity always given in the questions, and you use this all formula and you got the identities. So one more concept in which I think remaining, solve the trigonometrical equations. You solve the value for x, solve the value of y. One unknown term is given with inverse trigonometrical form, and then you simplify that unknown value with the help of this formula, and then you got the value. Okay, so and one more is concept simplify, you convert into the simplest form. So basically two topics are remaining in inverse trigonometrical functions. So this video is rated only this much part. Here we include like basically formula only, but in the next video same formula you use, but solve for x, solve for y, one unknown term here we find out with the help of inverse trigonometrical formula. Okay, then I think you learn more. Here we have the basic ITF concept here. So now for watching this video, thank you very much.